Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel, and today we are going to celebrate Christmas in July. Well, we're not really celebrating it because there's no such thing as Christmas in July, but this is my fantasy haul, essentially. If I could just get like tons and tons of perfumes all at once, these are the ones that I would be getting as of right now. So the list isn't huge, like not too huge, but these are ones that I've sniffed, and I absolutely love, and I can't wait to have them in my collection, and eventually I will have them in my collection. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the weird and wonderful family. And also, please feel free, if you enjoy the content, to give it a thumbs up, and also leave your comments down below. I love visiting with you guys in the comment section, so without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to share with you my wish list of perfumes. If I had a major fantasy haul of it, I worked it out, it's around $2,600 worth of perfumes. These would be the ones that are on it. Now, there's lots of perfumes that I want to sniff that I haven't. There's lots of niche perfumes that I've been hearing about that I really am excited to try. But these perfumes on this list are ones that I have tried. Most of them I've had samples of, given them a go, and I know that I want them in my collection. So, without further ado, let's get started. The first house is Tom Ford. And I've heard a lot of people say that they, Tom Ford, they're not really crazy about the house, and I totally can't relate. I love so many of the perfumes from Tom Ford, but these ones in particular. So the first one on my list, because it's still summer, is Eau de Soleil Blanc. I've mentioned this one before. I absolutely love it. I love that coconut sunscreen vibe that you get from it. It smells rich, and that's what I find with Tom Ford in general, is there's a luxeness to all the scents. Maybe it's the DNA, I don't know, but there's some sort of richness. I don't know if they use great quality ingredients, but somehow they have, they've cornered that kind of rich, expensive smelling DNA. So Eau de Soleil Blanc, complete departure from a lot of the perfumes that are on my list. However, I absolutely love it, and it smells bougie. I imagine myself in the Maldives on my own private island, walking around with a fancy kind of gauzy situation, just enjoying my richness. That's what I smell when it smells like beach, but it smells like a bougie beach. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I just love the scent. When I smell it, it's so relaxing, it's beautiful. Now the problem with Eau de Soleil Blanc in particular is I feel like it's not a very long lasting perfume. So I get about 3 hours before I can't really smell it, and neither can my husband, like on my skin. Like you have to get up really close. So for me, it's not really worth the money just because it's so not long lasting, but it's worth it from the perspective that I absolutely adore the scent. So eventually that one will be in my collection for sure. Next on my list is Noir Parfums. I love this scent. Again, to me it smells rich and luxe, but it's super sexy. I love it feels, I don't know, kind of like tigress in a way. Like it's like a man-eater perfume. I don't know. I feel powerful when I wear it. I can't even really describe it. Like I don't even know really how to describe it. It's a little bit, it's kind of chocolatey, but not really. It's kind of sweet, but it's just dark and deep. I like it better than Black Orchid. Black Orchid, I haven't been able to get settled with that one yet, but the Noir Parfum I absolutely love, and I'm kind of wanting it for my anniversary, which is coming up soon. So maybe I'll have it before I know it. Now, the next one on my list is Tobacco Vanille, and this one, I loved it the first time I smelt it. Just sniffing it, I adored it. When I've worn it, I love it. It would be one that I would tend to wear more in the winter and fall months, but I just love it. And for me, I think the biggest thing, like I like the vanilla in it, but I am really attracted to boozy, tobacco-y type scents. To me, tobacco vanille, well, of course it's unisex, and I really enjoy those deep, boozy scents. And in particular, I love tobacco. When I was a teenager, my mom had a shop, like it was a beauty supply store, and she was really on a pipe tobacco kick, and she loved pipes. So she had a couple pipes in her collection. She didn't smoke them, but she just loved the way they looked and loved the way they felt. And she had a pouch of pipe tobacco, and I loved smelling whatever one it was she had. I just love smelling. I'd go in there and just inhale deeply, and I loved it. And so for whatever reason, tobacco vanille really reminds me of that. It's that warm, sweet tobacco with some booze thrown in. And I think what the booze note is for me is I think there's dried fruits in it. So it gives off kind of that, I don't know, it's like a sweet, I just love it. So have you guys sniffed it? Like, do you like it? To me, it's one of my favorite scents of all time. And I don't have it in my collection yet, but hopefully one day I will. Next one that I absolutely love is Lost Cherry. Now that one, again, I was really shocked that I liked it because I, for the most part, don't like cherry smells. So cherry way too often comes across as a kind of cough syrupy smell, and I'm not a fan of that. I saw Lost Cherry, and for the longest time I didn't even sniff it because I'm like, ugh, cherry. But then my sister put it on, and like we were in Sephora, she tried it on, and I just kept on wanting to sniff her wrist. So I'd be like, let me smell it, let me smell it. So I really like it. Again, it's got that boozy aspect. There's a cherry liqueur in there, so it's kind of dark, deep, a little bit smoky, and I just find it extremely sexy, and I just love the smell. So I've smelt the original Tom Ford one, but then I also have the Belayered Cherry Delight, and that one's a little more bright. It's not as deep, dark, you know, that deep black cherry almost smell. It's a little brighter than that, but it still gives me that fix. It's a little tart, it's a little boozy, and I really like it. But if I had my preference, I'd get the dark cherry, or the Lost Cherry. But the Lost Cherry is, how much is it? Let me look. The Lost Cherry is $535 for 100 mils, and that's a little too rich for my blood right now. Little too rich. So likely I'll be getting the Belayered one at some point, but it hasn't happened yet, so it's part of my fantasy. So the next perfume that I want is Delina from Parfums de Marly. Now that one, I haven't actually smelt the original, but I have smelt the Belayered First Kiss version, and a lot of people say that it's very, very similar. So I'm pretty sure that I know that I would want Delina, and I prefer Delina over Delina Exclusive. I just love the combination. There's rhubarb, lychee, rose, and it just is this bright, sweet, tart, feminine perfume. So when I put it on, I feel extremely feminine. It's a very rich smell. It lasts a long time on me, at least the Belayered version does. And it's just, to me, it's the kind of perfume that if you put it on, you feel like walking a little taller and gliding. Like, you know, I just imagine myself at some fancy English garden party, dressed in a beautiful, like, you know how for royal weddings, the day outfits with the hat. That's kind of what I imagine with Delina, but at the same time, it's like she's this classy, beautiful woman, but she's got a little bit of spice to her. So that I just love it. I love that scent. It's extremely mood elevating, and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So many people I know on YouTube have it now, and I'm slightly jealous, but eventually I'll get it. And yes, if I was getting this major haul at Christmas, I'd be so excited. Like, it would be amazing. Anyway, moving on. The next one, I haven't tested the original, but I've tested the dupe, and if the original is anything like the dupe, it would be amazing. And that is Amouage's Sunshine. So I have the B-layered version, which is Sunshine Vibes, and I love it. But I want the Amouage one because I really like that bottle. It's so pretty. And that scent, to me, it's got tobacco in it, osmanthus, so it's kind of got a little bit of a peach. It's sweet, but not too sweet. It's kind of deep. It's like it's got white tobacco leaves in it, but it's not like the tobacco and tobacco vanille that smells quite like a little bit more bright, like it's deep but bright. This one is just kind of a dark, somber-y, like it smells almost like it's wet. So the Sunshine Vibes, or like Amouage's Sunshine Woman, it is a smell that I really like on cooler summer days. I would wear it in the winter too as a pick-me-up, but for cooler days or like rainy days, to me it smells comforting. The peachy smell from the osmanthus paired with, like, I think there's vanilla in it, or maybe it's tonka, but with the white tobacco leaves, it's so good. But it smells like sweet, sweet rotting leaves in a way. So I don't think people would like it to smell it on me. Like, I'm sure they'd go, ooh, what's that? But I love the scent and really, really want it in my collection. It's just warm, and yeah, I don't understand it. At first I didn't like it at all, but I love it. So I've smelt the B-layered version. I'm assuming that it would be like the original, and that bottle is so beautiful. And if I was going for my dream, then I wouldn't be getting the dupe, I'd be getting the real thing. So yeah, Amouage Sunshine. And that bottle's gorgeous. So the last one on my list is Prada La Femme, and that one is amazing. So I smelt it, and like it smelled so amazing, like it transformed on my skin. I could definitely smell tuberose right off the bat, and so that's why at first I'm like, but then what came out are these spices, and it's spicy and clean, and it smells rich. Like I smell like I am going to go to some fancy hotel in New York. That's what I imagine, like that I'm wearing a white wool suit, which I've never had, but if in my dreams, I'd have a white thin wool suit on with a fancy bag. I'd be dropped off at a hotel in a limousine, and I'd walk into the lobby and all my bags would follow me, and I wouldn't be carrying them, which I normally am. I wouldn't be carrying any bags, someone would be carrying them for me, and I would smell like Prada La Femme. It smells so delicious. I love the tuberose in it, but the spices are what just really get me. And it's a very light perfume, so it's not overbearing. I'd say it's a perfume you could wear to work, an everyday perfume, a great signature scent. In fact, I think it would become my signature scent because I love it that much. But the spices in it, and again, I think you could wear it in summer. You could wear it all year round, but those spices just make it a little bit mysterious. Just a little bit. So I loved it. So those are my perfumes for my fantasy haul, or Christmas in July, or whatever you want to call it. I'm just being a little bit crazy. But anyway, those are the perfumes that I would be loving to have right now and are on my wish list to get slowly but surely. I'll chip away at those. I'm sure there'll be way, way more in the future, but these are the ones that seriously I love and I think about quite often. All of these I think about quite often. That's it for today. What is on your wish list? Are any of these perfumes ones that you're wanting currently? If you've got other ones that are on your wish list, please share them. And I think that that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this. It was kind of a little bit weird, but yeah, just wanted to share with you the ones that I'm really, really, really wanting. Really wanting. No, I'm kidding. Okay, So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.